Yeah, yeah, yeah. What are you doing? What have you done? You didn't do anything. Well, I went to see Acid Bath. We went to see Acid Bath finally. The short end, the next 60 seconds about is going to be about this show, and then I'm going to show some records that I've been listening to. 5 metal ones, death metal, and then 1 classic rock. Whoa, the big suspense. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, we went to see Acid Bath. I did see Acid Bath. I said on this channel before, it was December 28th, 1994. I believe they were out with Pungent Stench at the time. And that was in Allentown. It was in a crack hotel called the Acorn Hotel, which has now been closed for decades. But anyway, I saw Acid Bath then. They blew my head off because we didn't expect them to be anything. They were an opening band. I don't even know if they were listed on the bill. But anyway, so that was one of 2 times I saw them in the 90s, and it has been 30 years since then. So we went to go see them in the Starland Ballroom in New Jersey. We got a room for the night. I elected to stay at a Best Western. We elected to stay at a Best Western because that's middle tier pricing. For people out of the US, that's like it happened to be about $115 USD for a Saturday night. And that's like 20, 30 minutes away from New York. So I thought that was a really, really good price. So we just stayed for the night. This way we can, I told Tamara we were going nuts. I was going nuts, meaning we were going all the way up to the front. And not moshing per se, but I was going to be total physiological emotional experience. So anyway, we jammed ourselves all the way up front. But before that, it was the Skull, which is kind of like Trouble and COC. The singer from COC, Corrosion of Conformity, 89 to 93. That singer, he sang for the Skull, which is basically the Trouble from Virginia, which is like a legendary doom band. So they opened, and holy shit, that was awesome to watch those. Just their performance. It was heavy, doom laden, like classic heavy doom. If you're familiar with Candlemass or something like that, singer's presence was massive. He was great front man for that. So that if you get a chance to see the Skull, you don't even need to know the material. They were just awesome stage presence, commanding of the crowd, but yet just, I don't know, a massive aura and a big heavy sound. So great. Next up was Baroness. What I'll say about Baroness is I don't like Baroness. I tried. I tried hard. The band I was in the mid 2000s. Those guys were really into Baroness, and they played Baroness. And I've seen them 3 times now, and they were excellent each time. This time was no different. The woman playing guitar for them for the last decade or whatever, she is an awesome guitar player too. Like really, really talented band. So they were great live. I still don't see myself putting them on, but respect to Baroness for being great live band. And then like Acid Bath came on pretty quickly. They only played an hour, but it was incredible to see them. And they played great. They played youthful. The band, for people that care, was Sammy from Goat Horror and originally Acid Bath. I will show this real quick. This is for people that you've all seen this, but Sammy from Acid Bath. There he is as a young man, rocking the Incantation shirt, right? And then Dax, I think that's Audie in the middle, but I could be wrong. And Mike up there at the top. So, 2 members are not involved for unfortunate reasons. So they have the drummer from Goat Whore, forgive me, I don't know his name, but man, did he respect every bit of every note hit. You can tell they took the samples for the drums off the album, like for the kicks. You can tell. It sounded just like it. Every hi-hat that's on those records, he hit every single thing. So they total respect to the sound of the record. You know, their presence was great. They were youthful, energetic. The bass player is the bass player you've seen in Crowbar for the last decade, and he was outstanding. He sounded great. Dax, like I said, sounded incredible. All the screaming, hand in the pocket towards the end, you know. We were, like I said, very close to the stage for that. We just elbowed our way through and got our way up front. So anyway, enough about that. Sorry if that was way too long about the show, but it was fantastic. If you do get a chance to see Acid Bath, go see them. Fantastic. So anyway, just some records I've been spinning lately. This is nothing new, guys. This is not like an original. It's not a cool pressing. But this is the Demilich you can buy now. This is a Finnish death metal band. Yeah. Yes, very proggy. Yes. You will laugh at the vocals if you've never heard this band before. Yeah, the song titles are basically nonsense. When the sun drank the weight of the water, the 16th six-toothed son of the 14th four regional dimensions. Doesn't even make sense. But anyway, technical yet thick. This is the card that comes with it if you care. It has the lyrics and stuff. And the vinyl. It's just black vinyl, but very nice. Very nice. This print is really like you can, has some texture there. I don't know, it's cool. Pops, looks good. If you like that sort of thing, which I do. It's again Finnish band. You know, I have the CD of this. I got it when it came out. You know, we paid the import prices back then here, and you know, it'd be like 18 bucks or something, which was a lot in your 90s, mid 90s paychecks, if you will. So next up, we're doing some grind. Okay, so PLF is grind death. Out of Texas. Okay, and the significance of this to me is I really like a band from down there called Oath of Cruelty. So that led me to this guy named Dave of Death. He calls himself on Instagram and his albums, but he's like he plays an SG. He's very fast, tight picking. The guitar playing on here is like kind of has a little bit of mid range in the guitars, in that at least you can, and they're kind of front and center, and you can really hear the picking. He kind of, you know, mutes his picking. This is nothing new, but well, it is new, last year maybe, but this is the latest Coffins, and I found it was like 22 or 23 USD. So I was like, oh, that's a cool grab. I love their third album. Was that Buried Death? I didn't look for it, but I have it. It's Altars of Gore song on there. It's heavy as hell. It's, man. But this is no joke, man. It doesn't have the weight of the early albums, meaning it doesn't have the bass, but it's still heavy and like, I don't know, man, savage weight to it. It just sounds disgusting. Japanese band. The singer used to sing. The guitar player used to do the vocals, but for the last several albums, he's had a singer, and he keeps it low and guttural. It's really, really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Next up, I did not take samples of this, but this is the Samael, man. Do you guys remember Samael from Switzerland? I have that thing. Boom. Yeah, I hung that up. It's a nice. I always like this artwork, and I have the CD, and I thought by rotation with this that it would be my favorite. It is my favorite, but it's not. Ceremony of Opposites, and I know you classic guys love Worship Him, and I have that in here too. That just didn't get the rotation by the time I bought it. It was, it lost its edge. But, we had Dark Throne and stuff out by then, but by the time I picked that up. But this is just its own thing. This is kind of easy, catchy metal riffs with blackened vocals. And it's just such a great production, even though it's a little mechanical. For its time, it was kind of a new thing, and I remember thinking, "Wow, I like black metal" when I got this, but this isn't really black metal, man. This is just a really good metal record with cool samples that have a little bit of industrial feel to them, but still dark and kind of simple, chunky riffs. And not to make it about me, but that's kind of what inspired the last Council of Elders song I just put up. But that's all I'll say about that. If you can check out the single, Samael inspired that for sure. So Samael. I've also been listening to this classic Napalm Death. Yeah, you guys remember Napalm Death. I saw them last year with the Melvins. It was a great show, even though Sean Embry didn't come out and play. He wasn't feeling good or something, so the roadie played that show, and he did a great job. I mean, you could tell he was like elated to play. So that was cool to watch, but I still wanted to watch Shane Embry. Shane, forgive me. Yeah, Shane Embry, there he is on the far. There. Yeah. So yeah, did I show this? I think I did. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is just a great record. I liked this when I was a kid. This video, is that Suffer the Children or whatever, would come on. Yeah, Suffer the Children. That video would come on Headbangers Ball. And I loved that. Even here in the US, they would play that. I know they played it probably during a day MTV England, but anyway, I always said the classic rock album, right? The classic rock album. This was a cool gift by Tamara. She gave me this. It's a live hand-picked songs by him. I don't know, so they say, but it's like really heavy. It's hard to find Petty records, man. You'd think they'd be all over, but this is like the one guy, man. He's like my man. I think he can't miss. I don't really love every song on here, but what is on here that is so awesome is Don't Come Around Here No More. That song has a very drum machiney, echoey, produced sound, and here it's really live and ambient. Like, I don't know, man. It's really cool to hear it just done with like regular toms, and how his drummer handles that, with dynamics and stuff. And I can't recommend this. It's just a great live Petty thing. I don't even know if you can find it. It's not available anymore. But it just has, like I said, hand-picked singles that he wanted to be on here. The Last DJ is on here. That's a great song. Ballad of Easy Rider. A lot of these are more like his folkier kind of songs, which I like when he's like rocking out a little bit more, but still just love to hear Petty in between Nocturnal Graves, Creator, and Morbid Angel, right? So yeah, petty. So that's just like what I've been doing. So anyway, that video is really long. I don't know if anybody cares about this shit, but that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been listening to, and I hope all is well to all of you. And check out my new single for the Council of Elders. All right, that's the video for today. Shallow 666.
The fucking rest stop, looking like I was crying over a girlfriend that broke up with me when I was 13.
Yeah.